That's the first time I've heard Welcome to the Jungle is played for a ad for a Sky ad on Sky Darts. That's an interesting song to use. Welcome to the Jungle. Are you implying that darts are actually a very
A jungle game.
the jungle game, not jungle game, very uncivilized since they're playing Welcome to the Jungle?
I don't know. Have you walked into a bar recently? I hope not,
No.
but me neither, so I have no comment on that. But bar sports are real sports, interestingly enough. Have you seen darts? Like
Yeah?
competitive
Yeah.
darts? Yeah.
Your competitive darts like awesome.
With the way it's presented and look at these guys, all middle-aged men, but wearing jerseys full of sponsors. And then just goes into the front of the dartboard and just shoot bullseye.
I mean,
Crazy stuff.
There is a proper strategy to it. I think it's like, okay, even if you let's say both competitors can get 0, but who gets there first, they will win.
And have you look at the crowd? Massive. Like legit.
Yeah.
What other bar sports are there that are legit?
Besides snooker, yeah.
Snooker,
Yeah.
billiard, ball. I just call it pool games.
Pool games. Oh, poker is fun.
Poker, yeah. I mean, it's a bluff. It's a calling bluff. Poker.
Yeah.
Bluff the game.
How stone cold of a fist that you can pull off.
Are there any competitive beer pong? I don't know. That's more of a party game. I guess.
That's more party game, yeah.
A very competitive beer pong match ended because the player intoxicated. Too many beers.
Too many beers before the game. Oh no.
Chug 5 milliliters more than regulated beer. and must not continue the match. I don't know. Maybe it is. I haven't seen any. Oh, but there's another weird sport. Timber sports.
Timbers? Oh yeah.
Competitive woodchucking.
Yeah. Wood chucking, wood chopping, wood carving.
Yeah. And there's even like it's a bit of a bit lah, because okay, the first thing you have to cut here. No, it's like you have to like climb the timber as well, and then you cut the top part or something like that. It is just like, whoa, okay, more elaborate than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, the usual cutting it very, very fast is there, using either your manual handsaw or the chainsaw. Chainsaw, man. Cutting chainsaw with accurate precision and do it at the time is just difference is just like hundreds sometimes at the most competitive ones that I saw. Wild.
100 seconds for your very F1.
Also, middle-aged men wearing jerseys with sponsors. Also, the less out of place ones are competitive tag.
Competitive tag, more like competitive.
Parkour lah, basically.
So, introductions, I think. That was quite an interesting intro talk.
That's too cold, man. That's too cold. I don't even see the engine start. Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm gonna try one more thing. Pull out one more card.
Trying to emote, but I can't.
Why? Oh, you didn't buy the emotes? Or you forgot to equip the emotes?
I forgot to equip the emotes, and no, I bought the emotes, but they have got me. Oh, sorry, you have to buy it again. Please pay another $20.
What is it? The card being declined or?
No, the game is asking me to buy twice.
Oh, the first one is just to see if you were willing to pay. The second one is for real.
Yeah, the second one's baru. You pay for it. Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Predatory ideas for monetization. You pay the introduction price for a trial of using an emote,
Yeah.
and then you pay for real after that.
The pay to quit. So it's the PP2P or PP2W.
Pay
I
later
guess.
to play.
Play later to pay. That's Anthem's next. That's Anthem's next idea. Pay later to play.
Look, have you seen the many ads nowadays? People's even around KL kan, I can just see it. Oh, why not shop now, buy now, pay later? And it's not a credit card thing. It's like a weirder thing that has you like no, buy now, and then around the next 30 days you pay half of it or something like that. Huh?
Oh,
And of course, those ads forget to mention the extra price that you pay. But they call it interest.
yes.
Depends lah.
Interest.
So basically, if you pay later, you pay more, and then you get into the bad downward spiral that is debt collecting.
Yes. Oh yo. Oh yo. Oh no. You have to pay to pay now. Pay. Did I mention? Did I forget to mention that you have to still have to pay and pay?
I can't believe this podcast is free. Welcome to dia.log, the Game Matters podcast. Now that's how you start. That's when the engine starts
What?
churning.
Me saying a limerick, okay?
That and also riffing. The act of riffing of one idea to become another idea, and then it becomes snowball into a mess of an idea.
Yes.
Uh,
The snowball effect, yes.
it's not a conversation if it doesn't. Wait, no, I'd rather not finish that sentence. Never mind. Episode 133.
133, huh? Okay, that's so 133. I have no idea how many that is in years.
This is the 6th year we're recording.
18, 19, 20. Yeah,
20,
figure.
2020 is season 3. 21 to the yeah. It's 5th. Fifth? No, 6th.
6 year, yeah, 6 year.
Oh, time flies. Also recorded on April 16th. A bit earlier for reasons that you will know. I check the calendar and you'll know lah. We
The
gonna
limited
take
time event is about to end.
and then we gonna run off and do our limited time celebration.
Yes, I want to say limited time per rewards, tapi I'm already at the point where I don't even get limited time rewards anymore.
How come you redeem all the rewards already or?
Yeah, that's what happens when you solo level yourself to level 27.
We hit the account age limit.
Yes, true.
Yeah. That makes sense. Introducing the panel, we have Daniel over there. Age limit 27.
Age limit 27, yes.
Over there is Adnan.
So
No need to disclose age limits. Amirul, Macronos, Ashraf, or Mac. And yes, we have to talk about something, and that something should be something about video games, I guess. I mean, we're wrapping up the limited time event, Ramadan, in case you didn't get it, and we're gonna celebrate Eid or Aidilfitri or Hari Raya sometime later this week. So, hey, enjoy the early podcast, quote unquote. So, yes, video games. that we have may or may not pay.
May or may not play. That's
May or not pay,
okay.
may or may not paid. Since
Played or
some
played or yeah,
uh,
true.
some games we get them complimentary for work purposes.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I like how okay, this is a bit of tangent. I like how remember there was this one there was this one listing that says would you like to be a writer for a games website, and then they list that you can play games all the time, like it's like something of a privilege. Like
Nah,
no, it is not.
no. Once it became a job, it's a chore.
I mean, okay, like to that person that got that job. What type of games are you playing? I hope you're not expecting FIFA. Yeah, okay, like yeah, you might not get FIFA, but you might get I don't know. I'm trying to think of other games, but I forgot that only football game that's out currently on the market is a free to play one. So yeah.
Look, I always say when some people say about if you make your hobby your job, you won't be working for the rest of your life. And I would like,
Lies.
yeah,
Lies.
my
Mo-
updated saying of that is, if you make your hobby your job, find another hobby.
Yeah.
Like seriously, you if you do that, there will be a time where you just cannot escape from the thing that you just want to escape. Like literally, if you unwind your job from your job of playing video games all the time is by playing video games all the time, it's gonna be a problem in the long run. You have to find something that is like separate. You know how people say about separating your workspace and your personal space, kan?
yeah, yeah.
Similar vibes, because if you start doing if you if you just like mash it around, combine them, there will be a point where you just cannot turn on that bit of brain on in your brain thing, kan, of saying I want to do work, and then you say nah, I just want to watch YouTube lah. For the, because this is the place where you also relax and you want to do work but you cannot. The other way goes as well. When it's already tired at the end of the day, you just want to relax, but you sit at the place where you did work and you say, you know what, I can crack one more thing to write, I can do just one more thing to see, I can squeeze in more work,
Yeah.
and burn out.
Burnout.
Yeah, you keep doing the chains, and the burnout chains, you're gonna end with a burnout.
And it's not in paradise for sure.
It's not in paradise, no, it's not.
Just don't put a revenge on someone. So
I mean, dude, what do you think like esports players can do? Do you see them playing Overwatch, Valorant at the time? No, they play weird games like Gothic Phone, or in case of RPR, gaslight people into playing Fall Guys. Yeah, and you see, you don't play the game, you don't play the stuff that you're going to play. That is your job essentially.
which is saying that people who are real life drivers who unwind playing sim racing is a bit unhinged.
Yeah, so
Wait.
Max Verstappen. I mean, Max Verstappen is.
No, for real, they are a bit unhinged in that way.
He lives,
So
breathes,
yeah,
sim racing, real racing, sim racing.
why haven't seen someone does that for like fighting games? Cause again, let's say nobody plays Tekken to unwind.
Unless they don't play Tekken, They play other games. They play Street Fighter and then they unwind with Tekken. That I can see.
Nah, that's too
yeah, like you talking about like
they did something different, a different FGC.
yeah, true. Like macam like let's say Asuka kan from WWE, she doesn't play WWE games at all. She just plays. Oh yeah, I like retro games. Like why am I going to play myself in a game that I can do as a profession? Nah.
Oh, that's one reason. Obligatory reasons. For work reasons. I need to promote the product
besides the
because
one,
my
yeah.
contractor say so. My employer say so.
Oh, I cannot wait. Nantikan Max Verstappen and Charles is sponsored by EA Sports. I cannot wait. They're going to play F1 23 this year.
Or they just play FIFA. Now that I think of it.
FIFA's not gonna be it's not gonna be there by
Yeah,
time.
the EA Sports game lah, the EAFC. Yeah.
The EA Sports generic title 1.1.
Mm. Because I don't think those guys are allowed to stream Call. No, they can. They just don't.
I mean, Max can stream R Factor 2. I mean, and then shit talk it, tapi still.
No, I mean other than just racing games. Like Lando have been like streaming some other games, yeah.
COD, Warcraft, COD, Diablo, yeah.
It's just that they're too busy, especially
They're too
right
busy.
now. Yeah.
Yes.
2020 was
yeah.
a very specific time.
It is the actual meaning of you had to be there in your moment. I remember the F1 eSport 2020, like the real races versus sim races race, and then who won? Current Sauber Alfa Romeo Sauber driver Guan Yu Zhou won it.
It turns out he also plays that game.
Kan fighting against Charles, George, Albon, and then esports, not even sports, gaming personalities like I don't know, Pieface, Jimmy Prophet.
I mean that time he has free time.
And Real Madrid keeper Thibaut Courtois.
Okay, that guy is a good example of doing their hobby very different than the real profession. Dude's a keeper, a goalkeeper.
One of the keeper of one of the most decorated football team in Europe. Oh yeah, I also race in F1 public lobbies.
Yeah, the lesson here is that we as gamers find another hobby as a backup. Unless you are like, well, maybe not as a gamer, but people who work in the games industry rather. That if you're a gamer, you're probably doing it as a hobby, so no worries. This is how you unwind. It's just for us. What are you gonna do? Play more games? When we check out, nah. That's why we talk about cars here. Sometimes
cars, yeah, cars, race cars,
and then sometimes we squeeze in a weird cooking reference here and there. Because otherwise, what you gonna do? We're gonna talk about, oh yeah, AAA games, go indie. There's so much lexicon missing if you just talk about video games and video games only. Even our medium, as we've already discussed the past episodes or so, we're lacking the vocabulary to create more meaningful, to express meaningful expressions, meaningful things, meaningful concepts as a word. Oh boy, genre again, eh? It's always
genre.
Genre needs. We're gonna invent a few more later lah. Don't know lah if this episode is a genre inventing episode, but we'll see where this goes. Because you know what? We bet nothing this time. Here you go, docketless episode again.
Yeah,
That's why we just meandering about. What's the topic? There is no topic.
that is the topic.
Freestyle. There is no style. It's
That
just
is
free. The podcast is free.
The Raya special.
the Raya session.
What's so special about it? Nothing.
Nothing.
We prepared nothing. That's how special it is.
Rice. The special is that I had rice just now. Wait, I did. Yeah, rice. Yeah.
You see, it's special to have rice.
That's not special for us to have rice. I mean, we're literally living in Southeast Asia.
That's why I have to do a double take. Are you sure about that statement? That's
No, okay. I had to be more specific.
Uh-huh.
I had
A very nice
alamak.
rice is special.
No. Okay, here's a problem I have then for over 2 decades of me living in. What is a good alternate English alternative to nasi impit? For in English, what is that?
I suggest
Rice cake.
What?
Rice cake.
Press rice cake?
Okay, let me check.
That's right.
Because rice cake is a different interpretation as in Korean how it's made. For example,
Okay, the
Uh-huh.
Australian term is called compressed rice. Like I don't like that. That doesn't sound nice. Yeah, that doesn't sound nice.
okay, rice cakes usually made from rice flour.
Yeah, that's right. So rice flour
Two
is
different.
Two different. Also different.
Compressed
Yeah.
rice is yes. I think it's more accurate to say compressed boiled rice. Something.
It's like the problem with nasi lemak. Like you cannot translate nasi lemak because
I'll say preserve it for the culture.
preserve it for the culture.
Yeah, you want to describe nasi lemak, you have to say nasi lemak because that is our thing. You have to use our word.
I am not calling it coconut rice. Infused coconut rice with chili sauce.
Yeah.
With chili shrimp sauce.
Croissant is a croissant. It's not a crescent roti. It's not a
croissant. It's croissant.
Roti Franchise. You don't call it roti Franchise.
Yeah. Also, we call it ramen, not mi bandung.
Mi Japon. Freaking calling it mi Japon.
Okay. Real story. Okay. My younger brother, he has a friend.
Okay.
That sort of like overhypes because he watched a lot of Naruto, right? So he got this impression that ramen's like the greatest food ever. And then one day he went to a Japanese restaurant basically and get a ramen. Basically just chicken ramen or something. Then he ate it. I was like, why did I taste mi bandung here? I thought this should be ramen.
Mi bandung?
I was like, oh man, he met his hero.
Oh, sweet summer child. At least it doesn't say Maggie. Maggie is the cow. It's at least more fancy than that. Could be worse. It could be equating to like instant ramen, which we already are eating. We just don't call it ramen over here.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. Anyway.
Itulah, it's a matter of the perception of having it having it a cultural significant name implies very different value when you compare it from an objective point of view. Oh, this dish is basically just this dish. Sushi, if you I always have that the whole
protein, basically protein on rice.
And the rice can be a bit
boil it down.
sticky.
Yeah.
What sort
Bit
of other rice that are sticky that we have around here in these parts of the world? Pulut, lemang,
Right, sticky rice with fish. I guess that's the term, you know.
My first impression of a sushi is thought, hey, this is just like lemang, Still one of my favorite steak. It's good. It's not accurate, but that's what I felt that time. Like, oh, okay. Which means it's not too far from us making our own sushi. I mean, US have California rolls.
Yeah.
We can have lemang sushi.
We can have lemang sushi.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the maki sushi I remember. Okay. It's a makizushi, the roll one. Yeah, we can sort of make that.
We can. We totally can. We can. I've also mentioned it. I don't know. I've mentioned it on the podcast before, but if we just market Chocodo a bit different, it can go worldwide. Takoyaki is just Chocodo.
Takoyaki is just sotong Chikodo Chikodo
Chocodo
sotong.
sotong. It's shrimp.
Chucho sotong. It's more chucho than
Okay lah,
Chikodo.
cucok lah,
Yeah,
cucok lah,
yeah, yeah.
cucok,
More
cucok. Chocodo.
Chuchok sotong.
Yeah.
But certain states do call chucho as Chikodo. So anyway,
That's why
That's
I use it interchangeably. I know the northern side of the Malaysia is the specific Chocodo is Chocodo. Chocodo it must be made out of banana or banana. Plantain is different. Should just remember. Oh yeah, okay. But the rest, if it's just some sort of let's say a flour mixture in dough balls or made of flour mostly with something inside, it's a chucho.
Yes.
Chucho. Shout out to Le Chucho.
Oh my god.
The the fancy kuih emporium. Are they still around? I haven't seen.
Yeah, they're still around. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Premium kuih
I
experience.
I saw one in KLCC.
It's still there. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah.
Yeah. Close to the entrance exit to LRT. So if you went through there, okay, you can see a Lichuchu. right behind McDonald's ice cream stall, I believe. The ice cream booth.
Yeah, for that premium bougie kuih experience.
Bougie.
At which you might ask why, and I will answer
yes.
Give to the foreigner. Okay, how do we encourage tourists to taste that a more local
flavor? Yeah. That's correct. Yeah. Because I remember last year, not last year, earlier this year, I brought my friend from Hong Kong who came here for Chinese New Year holiday. And like I was thinking, like he asked me, "Oh yeah, let's bring me to some places you would go for, for the local stuff." So I was actually racking my brain, like, where should I bring him? Should I bring him to Jalan Alor, where seafood and shit? And then I forgot Hong Kong is actually an island, so I guess he will be normal eating,
Seafood,
ikan, whatever,
yeah.
seafood stuff. So you know where I brought him and his brother. I brought them to this one place. I don't know if you heard it before. It's called Banana Bro.
I think I've heard it one.
Yeah.
Is it Banana Leaf Restaurant?
Yep. It is. It is a banana leaf restaurant. So essentially, it is. I guess it is the one way you can get banana leaf, but without the hassle of going into the terribleness that is. I like to say Petaling Jaya, with all the jams and the federals and all.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, hold on. This is basically a mamak store, right?
Yeah, this is
a branded mamak store. Okay.
But the best part of this
is more Indian than mama.
Yeah, it's more Indian mama, and
okay.
The gimmick of a banana leaf stall is that, let's say you want, they will put you the rice, and then they will come by your table and then say, "Boss, nak apa? Do you want do you want more fish? Do you want more chicken? Do you want more vegetable?" And if you say like I want more fish, he will put in like the fish according to your liking. So basically, he'll come by I want to say it's actually very hands-off experience based actually. So nak tambah ayam, yeah, he'll come by and give you chicken like that on the table, like that. That is essentially the banana leaf experience. I think for the foreigners, it's more like that Brazil punya, the Brazilian thing where they cut the meat.
Steakhouse.
Yeah, the steakhouse thing. Yeah. But
yeah.
This is our version, which is more cheaper. Thank God.
Okay. Do you want another cursed take about this? attention.
Yeah.
I recently looked around and saw people hyping about Waffle House. And it's a US chain.
Oh. Yeah.
Basically, it's a US chain. Mostly found in the southern states.
Mhm.
People were hyping this up because of the weirdness of it. So I figure out why do people so attracted to this sort of establishment. And the conclusion I have is that it's a 24-hour store.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour store that serves pancakes every day, all day, to the point that if a Waffle House is not operational,
It's a disaster level.
It's a disaster level thing, kan?
yes,
Yeah.
it's a disaster level threat. The point that Waffle House makes it a statement that they will ensure each of their stores will have power, will have enough things to run to serve food at any time. They even have like manuals and stuff to say, oh, in case of emergency, what do? How do you run the emergency diesel generator, power generator? So they have stuff like that. So my conclusion is, this is just a mamak store.
Yeah.
Oh
The,
my
the, appeal,
god.
the appeal of Waffle House is like a mamak store, a 24-hour mamak store. You can get roti canai 24 hours, more or less, depending on the place.
Technically waffle is a roti canai. It's just a square roti canai.
That's the thing. Think about it. It serves some sort of flatbread.
Breakfast food all day, every day.
Yeah, if you put it in the most bare essential kind, waffles and roti canai are exactly the same thing. It's just better that you cook on a stove.
See,
Oh my
see
God.
the degree of separation is not that far. Even though culturally different, you if you see the thorough line, you can make that connection. Yeah, that's why people are latching onto that. And you also like for Waffle House, the whole aesthetic is like cozy diner stuff, which reminds people of the old time in America, right? I guess Mama store also have that sense of nostalgia, old school style nasi kandar style. I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching that bit, but you know that there are parallels. Now I cannot look at your apa there's always a chain. Whatever the mamak chain again,
Yeah.
nasi kandar maju or whatever, and now I
nasi
can see
maju, whatever. Yeah, it's always there.
now I just see Waffle House.
Yeah, like I remember a quote by the late Anthony Bourdain. He once said that, the Waffle House is actually a place where there is no prejudice. It's just a place where anyone and everyone can go in, have a cup of coffee, have some waffles, eggs maybe, and no one will judge you at all. And I guess that philosophy can apply to a mama in Malaysia. Like, it doesn't matter if it's at 12 p.m. Unless you're going on 12 p.m. right now during the limited time event, and then we have a problem.
We are extremely judgy here. Unfortunately, let's just come par for the course over here.
Tapi that's technically that's nothing wrong. Like, it is a place of just people are there to makan, essentially just eat. What do you think one of the Malaysia's most unique catchphrase is these two words? Dah makan. You say anyone in Malaysia kan, you say dah makan, and they will reply to you immediately like, belum.
And then jom makan.
Jom makan.
We have a phrase specifically asking, "Yo, have you eaten?" And it's a courtesy expression. It doesn't sound weird when you say, "Oh, yo, have you taken your meal?"
Yeah, that's the reason why our national carrier airline is called Malaysia Hospitality, MH. More or less you're true, right? Yeah, more or less you're true, right? Maybe, perhaps.
That's why it's called MH. The call sign.
Wait, you never know that's called MH, Malaysia Hospitality?
No, I know MH. I didn't know it stands for that. I just assumed that It is because MAS or MS or MA has already taken. So whatever lah, we just pick whatever there. Because that the call signs are limited.
Yeah. We took MH because technically, I don't think there is MAS. I think like that's
MA or
squad.
MS.
Usually it's like 2 letters.
Yeah, it's usually 2 letters.
Yeah.
MY.
According to
No.
ICAO standard.
Yeah, so MY is taken by the new airlines Malaysia something. There's this new airline called ME Malaysia something, but they're taken the MY.
So I always
So-
assume that was the case. But okay, they deliberately take MH. Okay, cool. Learn stuff every day, people. You learn
Yeah.
stuff.
That's the beauty of the no topic podcast. We learn new.
I suggest do not go. Well, maybe you should if you want to learn stuff. The rabbit hole of the naming call signs of airplanes are a wild one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Why does this get Q? Why does it get K? Oh yeah.
Qantas, yeah. Why is the Australian punya national airline is called Qantas? That's like I haven't. Sampai sekarang I question like why Qantas?
Is it Aboriginal?
I think it is. Like it's called Qantas. I was expecting like Aussie Air, but that sounds very weird.
Nah, it's probably like Aboriginal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fun fact, the flight MH1, at least for Must, like flight code MH1. Where do you think it goes? MH1.
I've done this. I've done. I have to do a history punya essay on this. It's gone to London.
Yeah,
Yeah, London.
Our second kampung for the elites.
Yeah, I remember because I had to write an essay on that. Like, where is the first? The question for this is in I'll translate in English. Where is the first ever Malaysia Airlines flight to, which has the dub call sign of MH1? London.
London, MH1.
The official term, the official answer for it is like MH1 is a flight that is straight direct to London, so that our first Prime Minister Tengku Abdul Rahman went on the trip to ask for our independence of Tanah Melayu, aka Malaya.
Sure, independence trip. Sure. That's the official reason.
That's the official reason. Yes.
As we all know, when people use that as we're gonna do an official trip to London, there's gonna be detours. that's gonna be like shopping experience on the side. What did I bought? Oh yeah, I laundered all the money as well, maybe. Allegedly, I don't know. But it could happen. I've heard stories.
Yeah.
London.
That's the official term. Yeah, he went into the MEH1 is for the purpose of going to London to ask for our itulah thingy stuff about independence and all.
And I
in 95th MES is launched in, I think it should be 1947. Yeah.
Okay.
Our first flight. That's not even our first flight, because back then, according to Wikipedia, Malaysia Malayan Airways is just a delivery courier service for the British. So that flight, that MH1, is actually it's actually our literal first flight as a passenger plane, more or less. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, the plane is a 84-seat Bristol Britannia. That's the plane name.
Britannia.
The hands me downs as usual.
Oh yeah, the British used to have an airfield. No, what do you call it? They used to make airplanes a lot, but then they stopped.
They still do.
Wait, no. They do?
Yeah. Why is British? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken, Boeing is still British. It hasn't been bought over by a German company. Looking at you, Airbus.
Well, Boeing is British. I always thought it was American. Airbus, I know, is German.
Oh, he's American. I thought he was British. My God.
No,
Okay.
Boeing is American.
Oh my God.
Boeing
I've been
American. Airbus is what?
German.
German.
Mm.
Embraer
Wow.
is Brazil. Surprisingly, Embraer.
Brazil. Okay.
I believe. Embraer.
Oh,
Embraer.
haven't heard that one.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, it is German. Yeah, Airbus is a German multi aerospace corporation. Oh, you learn something new every day.
I forgot what's the. Is it the concourse that stopped
Yeah, concourse.
the British
Concorde.
at Concorde? Yeah,
Concorde.
Concorde.
Who
That stopped
made
the whole
Concorde?
industry.
Aerospatiale BAC. It is a French Franco-British collaboration, I believe. Yeah, Concorde. It's not full British. It's French British.
Of course, the British
small
can blame the
enemy.
French. Of course, they
The
get
French.
they get away with it. They can blame the French again. God damn it.
Oh, okay. I also just noticed. Oh, so that's what. Okay, I just had a brain fart now just now. So we are talking about airplanes, can? Like imagine that can airplanes take off after the demise of the Zeppelin and
Yeah,
after the disaster. Now I
Hindenburg
remember
and
why
also the R101.
Yeah. Now I remember why Fallout has Zeppelins, you know, the trade wind and all. Ah, yeah, I forgot Fallout is an alternate future where Zeppelins are didn't explode. That hence why the Pratt wind. Tapi itulah like oh wow, we're going this tangent is going very far. We're from Malaysia Airlines to now Zeppelins. But do you know the reason why we have skyscrapers is that we wanted to make landing pads for Zeppelins, but after the Hindenburg disaster, it didn't happen.
Excuse me, skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the purpose of skyscrapers.
Oh, and now it's just for office buildings and
Yes,
monetary reasons.
And monetary reasons and an eyesore to the common man.
Oh yeah, because the whole thing about Zeppelins is because they need to tie it down somewhere.
Yes,
Which is
hence why they have the. Which sounds counterproductive, kan? If you tie it to a rod and then the rod gets hit by lightning.
Oh, I mean, the problem is proper grounding.
Still,
it's still higher than the tower.
Still, that's why I was like,
I mean, and we all haven't even touched the big elephant in the room. That is the volatile gases that is used to raise the blimps up there. It's just waiting to be like, oops, puncture. And those things did happen, unfortunately. So that's why we didn't go that route. Oh no. Divert. How about we try planes? That might work. That did work.
Right, brothers. After seeing a national catastrophe, we can make a profit out of this. I mean, they took an idea from Leonardo da Vinci, kan? Because or am I confusing fact with fiction from Night at the Museum again?
I don't know. Leonardo da Vinci can have the many inventions credited to Leonardo da Vinci could be actually genius and also like
unhinged.
Unhinged is one. Unhinged is one thing, but also like it feels like made up history. It feels like fake news.
Unhinged ramblings from an Italian madman.
Like remember the whole tank thing? It's like a turtle car tank thing made out of wood. You can ride that in Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah, it's the box thing.
Yeah, the box thing. Yeah.
That was a thing, a schematic he drew, which is real apparently. Which feels like, are you sure about that? Is that true? This feels like even Assassin's Creed 2, I feel like if I do not know the history, I thought Ubisoft is just like, hey, let's have fun. Alternate history.
They're like, Leonardo, have you drinking too many wine again?
If it feels weird for us in our time, imagine back then.
Leonardo, are you okay? Do you have too much wine today? Mamma mia, no, I haven't had the wine yet. At least he invent things, unlike Thomas Edison.
Hold on, is it? Yeah, Edison and Tesla.
Yeah, the man who patents everything and anything.
The irony is the name Tesla implies another thing now.
I'm surprised there's no car company called Edison, but I guess that's for I guess Edison patented his own name, maybe.
There's a company that tried to call itself Nikola, and surprise, it turned out as a scam.
Yeah, Edison, yeah, nobody wants to patent the word Edison. I guess no, maybe the Edison estate patents his own name, hence why you don't have Edison as a company name at all.
Edison is not. But Bell surprisingly lives on a good life. That name, from the inventor of the telephone to become like what, a physics lab.
Yep.
So still doing innovations until that physics lab shut down.
Physics lab. Check out my yes, speaking of that guy. Okay, so now can we come back to video games, because speaking of what's it called? Speaking of Tesla, Nikola Tesla again. Have you guys feel that games have regressed since the launch of the Order 1886? In terms of graphics, it's not gameplay. No. Like graphic stuff.
Okay.
Like we have peak. I think I even though I slack off the game back when it launched, but I personally feel like graphics peaked after the Order 1886.
Okay, I have a counter viewpoint. Is it that graphics regress or Order 8086 punch up too much above its weight?
I want to go 8086 punch up too much. That's why.
At the cost of everything else.
Yes, at the cost of everything else.
Because
yes.
that's always my take about that game. That game, in terms of the world building, is interesting. In terms of the graphics, is definitely a PS4 showstopper back then. Even now, it still looks good.
Yes, why?
But then, when I realized what the company was, it never Ready at Dawn was the team that used to make spin-off games of Sony IPs. Oh, you want to have Ratchet and Clank on PSP? Okay, we have Ratchet and Clank on PSP. Made by Ready at Dawn. I think they did Jack and Dexter at one time. Maybe,
they did the PSP version Jack and Dexter, I remember.
So they were like the portable guys that makes the spin-off games. So then when they got the call to like do the big game, it looks impressive, but when I realized that everything didn't hold up, I'm just saying, okay, yeah, I guess so. I should have seen that coming, but I didn't expect it to be that worse in terms of the abysmal gameplay. I didn't expect it to be that terrible. I don't even mind the length. The length is always what people talk about again, but it's fine. Whatever lah, do your Uncharted campaign lah, but shorter, fine. But if there's nothing substantial other than, look at that guns, Nikola guns look cool, and blimps go hard, and
Blimps goes hard.
And then plague monsters.
Oh yeah, werewolf. Do you like to have a werewolf fight? Nice. Do you like to have 3 more before the end?
And then they become a VR company after that. The ramifications of the Order 8086. They become a VR company. Bought under Meta. Wild decisions they have made.
Wild decisions.
But what other games that have like felt like punch above its weight?
I'm sorry if Mr. Snowman is listening to this. I'm sorry. This is why I still have a grudge with PlayStation. So Sony, well, not PlayStation KL. No, it's essentially Sony Entertainment America that I have a huge grudge with them since 2018, and it's due to the fact that they delisted and discontinued Drive Club when Gran Turismo Sport came out. Essentially, okay, is that one scene along Toy Story 2? I don't want to play with you anymore. It throws Woody in the trash. Essentially that.
That game, when you look at the cockpit view and then you look at and then you race in the rain, still the best looking game.
Yep, exactly.
I don't know what magic they did because the PS4 is not that powerful, but they did the right magic to make it look that good. That really feel like, oh yeah, we are doing as many hacks and wizardries that we can to make sure the game looks good at the cost of 30 FPS.
I mean,
Fine.
like in 26, 750, 2016, yeah, it's fine. It's 30 FPS is already fine. Like, I mean, Sucker Punch themselves can already punch up the weight when they release Second Son, all with 60 FPS. I don't understand how did they do that with the power that they had.
Oh yeah, you can run unlimited frame rate kan in the performance
It
mode.
can go 50. Yeah, it can go up to 50 at one point. So I don't understand how they do that.
Yeah. And I the thing that always bothers me is that when you mention Daniel that tick you have and where it have graphics peak, is it because we definitely have peak or because a lot of good developers have like pushed too much put too much effort to raise the bar to the point that normal is now considered below average?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I am anti ray tracing. I'm sorry, Anand. I have to say that.
I mean, it's fine.
I don't understand the appeal of ray
Here's the
tracing at
thing.
all.
Ray tracing can be good, but how do I say it? It's still very expensive.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Recently, we just got Cyberpunk 2077 Overdrive mode, which is proper path tracing. That is true real ray tracing instead of like the usual one we saw, which is like
Yeah.
single, let's say single ray, like no for the reflection, which can be like terrible. I mean, it looks good, but the opportunity cost, as in the performance cost, you get more visuals at the expense of less frame rate.
Yeah. And Cyberpunk Overdrive put update killed my hard disk after 2 years. I'm still mad over that.
Look, if you go to the Nvidia site kan, which covers the Cyberpunk 2077 ray trace overdrive mode kan, there's a comparison slider between RTX off and full path tracing RTX on. I've been sliding that skill in a few of the images that are there kan. I still prefer RTX off.
Yeah, same.
I mean, no, this is because of one thing lah. Because the designers, the environment people, the graphics people have not intended full path tracing to be designed for this world.
Yeah.
So
it's like, okay, how do you make the art assets, the textures, especially how okay they especially they design they make the textures to look good rasterized. Ray trace like comes later. So yeah, they design for the lowest common denominator, I guess.
because in terms of art direction kan, when I look at those screenshots and also I saw the Digital Foundry video, I still prefer non-ray tracing because the world is not designed with full path tracing in mind. Some of the looks there is like very deliberate way of the way the light bounce off and some of the parts reflect and not reflect that makes the place looks good. Doesn't translate well when everything is like properly obeying the laws of light physics. Again, the magic thing that we keep I've been bringing up, and this is the sort of magic thing that sometimes you don't really need to do the full systems. Sometimes you can just work around it, do it at a cheaper price, and people still like it.
And you don't have to simulate real life all the time.
No, yeah, like I don't want. Like I said, like
I
the
want
reason
my
why.
fantasy intact. Don't
Yeah, I
inject
want my.
real life into this.
Yeah, like okay, like one of the biggest complaint of a game that I'm reviewing right now, Rocky Crime Boss Rocky, they say like the likes of besides the main character like Travis and Donald Glover, Chuck Norris looks like a cartoon character with his talk and his character model. That's the point. He's the villain of the game. He's the sheriff. He's meant to be like a cartoon character. He is the comedically good guy. Have you not seen the memes of Chuck Norris over the last years? Or maybe you guys are, I guess, Gen Zers haven't seen the Chuck Norris memes. Like, I don't care about graphics. I just care if the game's good or not.
Still, up to this year, the most the most thing the game that excited me most graphically is still Hi-Fi Rush.
Exactly.
Because that looks good.
And that's just shell shaded. That's just a shell shaded game.
You know why the artistic style visuals work best? Because there's no reference point. You're not comparing it to anything. Unless they are like snobbish people who are comparing like Hi-Fi Rush's cell shaded stuff with how does it look with actual 2000s comic panels. There's another rabbit hole lah. But in terms of why people complain about graphics bad, is mostly because we have a real life reference point. But sometimes real life does not look good. Like for real, it's better that we imagine a more idealized world. I mean, it's cool that to see like path tracing is actually feasible in some ways. It's there. It's almost mainstream. It can be mainstream in not now, but like maybe a few decades or so it will be. The tech is there. But I don't think like that's
Okay,
everything.
what kind of games that are suitable for ray tracing? Like simulator, racing simulator,
Yes, everything.
No.
simulation game.
Yeah, simulation game. Okay, there's a problem with that. Like, as any esport driver can, as the likes of Giant Oatmeal, they don't care. They know what ray tracing. I want my frames to be 120. Ray tracing is going to kill that frame rate. They don't care.
See, that's why you're talking to the real gamers. Real gamers don't care about graphics. Oh no, the actual gamers are angry with this stick right now. I mean competitive players lah. Competitive players doesn't care about graphics. Okay, your point.
We care about the frames. Why do you think people keep telling about the frames?
They just want to win. Okay. And if the like all this gaming technologies bullshit impedes their winning chance, no way, man. They can turn it off.
Yeah, there's to the point that some people are using custom controllers, and then we have have you seen
CRT monitor?
Have you seen like competitive players drama is a bit interesting these days because there's a lot of talk about how you control inputs are being used. I think in Destiny they are banning weird control style kan.
They are banning like you cannot use a keyboard on console anymore. Even though you can use it, but if you're let's say playing on a PlayStation or Xbox, no, you cannot play using keyboard using the like X input thingy.
That kind of thing. And also I've recently saw there was drama brewing in the Trackmania community because Daniel, you know how Trackmania plays and
Yep.
4 keys. Just 4 keys.
One WASD or 1 2 3 4 or
if you use analog keyboard like Wu-Ting one, is it cheating?
That's the thing. That's the controversy.
That's the controversy. That is it. Yeah.
That was the thing because apparently in Trackmania 2020 there's a very specific track part. It's the bobsleigh thing where you run on ice and you go in circular motion. Yeah. People have figured out the optimal way of turning around the bobsleigh parts of the track is you have to like have like 20 30% input So not more or less lah, but around there. And you cannot do that with the keyboard. You can do that with an analog stick, but using an analog stick is considered in the Trackmania community lah, is considered very slow because it's hard to pull off consistent inputs with the same amount of sensitivity that you need. But there's that one controversy because one of the is a content creator used to be a competitive player virtual with the W. You'll know him. He's probably appeared in your YouTube algorithm once or twice.
Yeah.
He does those kinds of speedrun video documentaries. You probably have watched one of the videos. He created one track, and at the same time, he had a sponsorship deal with Wooting. He got that Wooting keyboard, and he set a time, the author time, using that Wooting keyboard with that precise analog inputs. And he even put a bounty for, if you can complete this track better, faster than the author time that I have set, I'll give you like there's money involved lah. But that's just
there's
his
money
thing.
involved. Yeah, it's
Money
all...
involved. There's a medal that he printed out, so it's for something cool for the community lah. And then everybody cannot beat. And then he got accused of cheating. And then everybody keeps talking about, can you do this? Can you do that? And then later on, some guy with a controller managed to pass that time. So the analog stick has been figured out to be, it can be faster. But I think the conclusion is something like, Trackmania's physics getting changed rather than banning the controller.
Yeah.
So
that's for the better. That's for the better.
So analog controller inputs are now like a thing that have to be discussed.
Imagine having to do that in Gran Turismo, kan? You have to change the physics to the controller forever was a fast.
I'm not using the steering wheel because I'm using the controller. The controller is faster with assist.
ACC is doing that. No. I just remembered. ACC is doing that. They're changing the driving physics for in the next update.
Because of what? People are faster with a controller.
In control, yeah.
Wow.
I just remembered, yeah. My god, oh my god.
And as
Why
you can,
I just remember that.
And as you can guess, this has happened a lot in times in the fighting game community. You know the new style of fighting sticks, arcade sticks, kan? They don't use the sticks. They use a WASD keyboard. Or at least 4 buttons for movement inputs. That has also caused some talk about putting rules about is this banned or not. So plenty. This is because of competitive players. Blame is all for competitive players. They chase every advantage they can get, which is different for gamers who just want to enjoy immersion, who likes graphics, who likes the ray tracing. So, gamers are diverse and all that.
For better or worse.
Mm-hmm. Hey, pick one thing that you want to serve. You cannot do all.
Oh my god, like that's so weird. It's so weird, and like the pie chart is too big.
We didn't even include the mobile gamers as well. They have different priorities.
Oh my goodness. It's chaos. The like this podcast, everything is spiraling out of control.
And look, we are almost halfway there. No. We can just a bit more. Do one more combo, then we can wrap up.
Oh yeah. Okay, there's this one thing I just like after talking about cars, talking about controversy. Do you realize there was this one weird controversy? I don't know if I saw it or not, but okay. Before the podcast we have been talking about this new beta that came out for Ubisoft's X Defiant. It is basically a COD clone. Like to the point that I'm pretty sure that if Activision can take a microscope, I think they will see the DNA there, because it is 3 lanes, different classes, 3 lanes, skill streaks and movement that feels like you're on caffeine.
Not fishy at all.
Not fishy at all.
Fishy at all.
I mean, it doesn't help that one of the executive producer is literally one of the guys that work on COD 4 as well.
Yeah, but caught for free.
COD for free, yeah, COD for free, so it's fine. But the funniest part is that because recently in COD, the reason why people are now flocking to XDefiant is due to the fact that COD has added a pay to win mechanic.
Okay, I need someone to explain the pay to win mechanics. I have no idea what's going on.
Their new thingy, their new battle pass thingy is called Black Cell.
Yeah.
Okay, so Black Cell is like okay, so can we have this thing called season passes now? It's now a very cancerous thing into that, season pass, battle pass. Oh yeah, you're gonna get the battle pass.
It is what it is. Let's open that topic after this. Okay.
No, we should open now because Activision can in their biggest wisdom. What if we put a premium tier of the battle pass on top of the battle pass? So not only you have to pay for the battle pass, but if you pay for Black Cell, you get benefits to the battle pass, which you still have to get. You still have to buy.
So this is literally purchase on purchase.
Yes. The thing that we talked about again, purchase
God damn,
this is exactly what it did.
What the? I thought that was just a bit. I didn't know we. Okay.
So okay, from $10. Okay, the season pass is essentially like the battle pass $10. But if you tambah lagi, if you add another $20, so let's say in Malaysia terms, from 40 ringgit to now 120 ringgit, you can get like a 50 tier skip. Essentially, you can skip everything. And this is for their Tarkov Lite DMZ. If you buy this skip, you can get an extra operator because if you know about Tarkov, the game is essentially like you go there, loot some stuff and then try to extract without getting killed or you lose everything. No, this operator, if you buy it from Black Cell, if you die, you can get to keep everything even though you died. Which is essentially just making everything about the extraction shooter kan mood.
Line has been crossed.
Exactly.
I see. I've read the press release and it's being promoted as a premium offering beyond the battle pass. So it has like 7,000 COD points in value. What does that mean? Is 7,000 COD points a lot?
Yeah, so basically 7,000. I think that's like
because at first they front load the secret sheet with a lot of like, oh, this is like a lot of cosmetic stuff.
60 that 7,000 COD points is $60. So essentially you're playing a game. You're playing a video game.
You're paying are they gonna do this every season?
Yep, I'm starting now.
So people do not need to wait every year to buy a new $60 game. They can pay it every month.
No, essentially essentially if you want to play Tarkov but without the feeling of getting scammed of all your weapons just pay 60. No, that's $30.
Yeah, they put the extra operative very, very down in the list. Okay. I see now. That's very weird. And calling it an unparalleled reinforcement is...
Yeah, that's the review. Yeah, like you get to keep your shit.
Yeah. That's definitely your... They're really trying to find the wheels to support Call of Duty. As if there are not enough wheels already.
No,
or rather, they know there are many wheels in Call of Duty and they just say, can we get more out of them? Can we squeeze more? Can we squeeze more out of this oil platform? How can we get...
I think and this is me as a player of the game, man. I think they actually want to introduce this like they with the assumption that they have already been bought by Microsoft right now as of April 2023. Hence why they introduced it last week. They expect because this time last year was this time last year they have already announced that they are going to get bought by Microsoft. So my assumption kan they think at this time okay lah we'll be bought by Microsoft and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 is now on Game Pass. Hence why they are doing this malaki like oh yeah double battle pass baby.
Okay, in that way, yeah, I can get it because
Yeah, dia ada message kan. Okay lah. Yeah. It's free, so might as well kan. No, people still paying 300 ringgit for this shit.
free game, have a battle pass, and then have a premium unlock, premium
Yes, premium
purchase for
unlock
those
thingy,
who
yeah.
really want to play that game.
But that Modern Warfare 2 is not free. Yeah, it's not free at all. And it doesn't seem likely given what the terms Microsoft is giving to Sony. So this is like, oh my god, I'm paying another $100.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing about Battle Pass. How or rather season pass and whatever, yeah. How many people do commit to the many season passes and battle passes? I don't think everyone. We have this conversation before, I don't think everyone is gonna commit to like more than one game.
Exactly. Like if you have Destiny, yeah, I'm going to buy the Destiny season 5. That's it.
Yeah, you're not gonna play any more other games with the season pass and battle pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Activision tried to double dip, and it's now everybody's like, holy shit, they are now egregious gila.
What's gonna be the tipping point before we all stop? A battle pass becomes a loot box in terms of no, don't want. How
like
so far we just tolerate it.
Yeah, we just tolerate. That's the problem. I guess in the era of now, everybody have a subscription kind. Everybody has to pay for Netflix, Spotify, etc. Like what's 40 ringgit essentially is what they say. And Activision said, what's 120 bucks? Oh my god. The cat.
At least the single player games that you can just pop up, play, and be done with them are still around in some way or form. It's not going away. At least lah. I know there were like a few murmurs about oh no, single player games are dying. I don't think so. I think it's still around. Even EA are now pushing for single player games. They have two at least this year. That's still not out yet. That seems to be promising. Or at least will have an audience for it.
Even though it one of it is like as big as Call of Duty itself. Oh my god.
But at least they're still around. Those games are still around lah, rather than replacing. We're not gonna live in a live service future. Live service will be around there somewhere. I mean, at least it's mostly replacing your MMOs. You don't play. You don't. Are they even? Oh yeah, World of Warcraft is still around with the subscription, right?
Final Fantasy is still free unless Final Fantasy is already free, yeah. So there's no subscription for them anymore.
Wait, is it free or
until level 60, yeah? Level 60 and then you have to pay the monthly. So
but by then you're probably gonna pay.
By the time you're addicted, yeah. By the time you're addicted at this point.
It's the old first one's free. But
the first it is free.
Mm-hmm. But by then but at least there's a grace period of when you get hit by oh I need one more. Or yeah, not for me. The edibles don't hit. So at least there's a good grace period to feel out that are you into FF14 and gonna commit or just gonna be trying out for free and then be off with it. So at least it's generous offer lah, and they can offer that because they have many wheels.
They are literally the biggest thing in Japan. So they can take the level 60 hit. So like what game do you like like we already talked about Overwatch. We don't want to talk about Overwatch and their egregious punya battle pass, which still has to be fixed, by the way. You still have to grind to level 50 to get what's the new character? The lady that looks like a Genshin character. I forgot the name lah.
Wait, are you sure it's a lady?
I don't know, lady guy maybe.
He's a very hot guy. Let's say
He's
that.
a very hot guy.
Life Weaver, right?
Yeah, Life Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Genshin. I'll just call it the Genshin character. He has that AOE thingy that reminds me of the one Genshin character. Like still level, yeah. You still level 50. You still have to grind like crazy to get the new character.
Personally, I feel like Overwatch has like lost its soul.
He lost his soul when they lost their main director.
Yeah.
Who has gone missing. Yeah. He has gone from the face of the earth as well.
Oh man. When you put it that way. Prayers for Jeff.
It feels like every other live service games out there. Get battle pass, you have to grind. And there's this new character, kind of generic, and then the power creep as per usual. Because if you compare, let's say, a newer character against like the OG character, like wait, it's not McCree.
Cassidy.
Yeah, if you compare like Cassidy's kid and like new character's kid, like the power as in the ability difference is like, very huge because they have to pump out new characters, new content. And there's no way to go but up.
Yeah,
Numbers go up.
I'm looking at Life Weaver's kit when I covered the release and oh my god, his kit is let's say complex because there's a lot of like, oh, I can build platforms, I can bring people to me to the character again, and there's a lot of, you can put on a literal tree to block sidelines. So okay, that's a lot. And I think some people even complains about the way the character controls because there's like too many buttons or something, or there's the because too many inputs or something like that,
which is terrible. If you want to make it like a skill based
game, yeah, like
as compared to normal.
No. One thing like you didn't know that they actually lowered the skill cap now. You can easily go to Grandmaster.
Right.
Yeah, legit. Yeah. Because I guess nobody's playing it. You just like the SP, like the examiners in Malaysia. Oh no, is it too hard? Okay, let me lower the skill gap. Everybody can get an A.
The Venn diagram shifts left.
The diagram shifts. Anyone silver, you're now gold. Anyone gold, you're now diamond. You can go to
on the curve.
Yeah.
No way I pass. No way I got at mass A plus. No A plus. I got A solid A. No, not A minus. It was A minus. No way. They totally skew it.
It was like 50. You get A by 50.
Because you know what? Before in other exams when I took at maths, every time I score 40, I don't even pass. I always fail. I don't mind saying that because the rest of the class also fail.
Yeah.
when someone get that magic number, I think is it 42 or what when you pass? Around there lah, 40 or 42 kan. Everybody, you kau pass tu. Pass. Betul. We celebrate people who pass that magic number, and that bar is that high. And it's weird because considering I was at a boarding school and it's considerable. Let's say the people there are very good intellectually selected, the curated of good students that went there.
Cream
every-
of the
The cream of the crop,
I
essentially.
rather not use that word, but you can use that. I rather not because I know in reality where we are.
yeah, I know. I was using that phrase like ironically.
Ridiculous, my
You
God.
use that ironically a
According
lot.
to- I I know the reality.
Because when like every other subject's normal, but when at maths everybody is like struggling for whatever reason, yeah. And then suddenly after when the results comes out, everybody most of them are A or at least most of them pass, which is saying a lot because when I went to uni and took my calculus class, I have no idea what I'm doing. The reality hits like a rock. Ooh, that hurts. The bell diagram
The
is
bell diagram goes down.
uh it works for schools rather than for the students. I rather not have I rather be taken that A minus and know where I am at rather than go you smart, relatively smart when everybody are idiots. How? What does it matter? Yeah, I think I was one of the cohort, the first batch to use that weird academic score. Yeah, we stopped using the. It used to be A1, A2s,
Yeah. Oh,
B3.
your cohort start the A plus, A minus.
The A plus,
Yeah.
A minus.
I think it was like literally last minute. When we did the trial exams, we still using the old A1, A2 schemes, and then suddenly, okay, for the real thing, we are introducing A plus, A minus. That's weird. Okay. Still, I feel like they still miss a trick. They should put an S rank up there.
The S rank, S.
They should put an
Super
S.
sexy smoking.
Dude, I think
I guess.
it would be much cooler if you can S rank at maths. That would be an achievement. Like a legit achievement.
Like a proper, it's not graded on the curves. Because yeah, of course they adjust the marking, but like, okay, let's say A is what 60. And there will be a gap up to like 90, 60 to 90. So that's A. 90 plus is S.
When you get S, you are legit.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
legit.
The
It's like
legit man.
legit. It's not something on a curve.
That would actually be brilliant. Like a proper. Is it like the way they grade English, something like that? Or no, it's just no. They have a separate grading for English
For English, they have
essays.
separate.
Can
One is the SPM grade. Another one is the I forgot. Like the O
GST?
level, GCSE. Forgot.
Yeah, GCSE. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a more what I assume it's an international thing or something.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, especially. Yeah.
So yeah, that's an interesting one because I think I got good. That one I cannot remember exactly. I don't have the sleep now. The sleep doesn't matter. The sleep is now not valuable at all at my age. You can just that can just be just a normal paper. It was not. It was a very invaluable thing when I was like 18. That was a long time ago. So back then I remember. Now I don't remember. But I think I got good ones, good enough. Which I don't know if it translates here because of my line of work is writing and talking English a lot. So okay. But should I put an S rank there rather?
P should be P for perfect.
Oh,
but then
P.
I get no, that will inflate egos. Never mind.
P rank kan? Big PP energy.
Yeah, that's why. Nah, that's a bad idea.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember it's called like a Cambridge grading for the English second score. Cambridge GCE or something. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I do note that there were variants of that grading among my peers back then. So interesting.
Yeah, for at least for English, if you want to see like your real score, you look at the Cambridge scoring.
Which is a little junk since we are in Malaysia, but I guess that's the Commonwealth thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be used somewhere.
I mean, it's probably something like what's the equivalent O level? Because we can use our SPM to apply, let's say, in UK university, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that they would like to see our English level. So let's say the SPM grading, let's say what's considered an A is changing. Okay, we need something like they need dia evaluation.
So when you
That makes sense.
get those peoples to London, they know what to expect. This is like, okay, properly in our scale, they are A students, not their scale.
Not like that. No. This is kind of rich coming from a country that goes by the slang in it nowadays.
And that's the thing. I mean, who in England, who in Britain speaks receive pronunciation outside of television or media? I don't think so. They just like speak whatever.
The spaghetti's all over the floor now.
I know. I guess we have to pick it up, and I think we can wrap the podcast also.
The spaghetti has just fallen all over the place. I want to say rundown, but we haven't cooked that yet. So yeah.
Not yet. It's not day one yet. But
It's not the pre-launch. It's not the pre-launch. Yeah, it's not the pre-launch. The pre-launch lunch.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, oh, by the way, we moved the launch day 1 day forward.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's not a delay. They can't do that.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
They better just delay to the end of the event, end of season event.
Okay, if there is a delay on when we celebrate it, there is a level. There's an interplanetary catastrophe event because we didn't see the freaking moon. What happened to the moon? To the point that it has not appeared, and so we cannot call it. We cannot call Ramadan over.
Yeah, which makes a good, let's say, fictional discussion. What happens if the moon disappears? How do we get our hijrah calendar?
Oh yeah, but I think that there's that fallback, and you can use the count back.
Yeah.
Count back.
Yeah, I said
The red flag count back.
the technical term is hisab.
That is kiamat. Like, you don't care about the calendar anymore.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. Like, everybody's like that's the like
That's the
no.
end times coming.
Yeah, pretty much like nah.
Forget about the moon. Forget about the calculation and stuff. No.
That's
It's
why
time to ibadah. Go to masjid. Everyone. Kiamat dah dekat.
there's no thing that is a raya delay, because a raya delay means the end of the world. The world must raya.
The world must raya. That was the remit of the article. Kalau tak ada semangat raya masuk tanda kiamat. So basically, if there's no end, that is the end of times. Like that is literally the newspaper article I've read once.
It is so important, not only culturally.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So what are we going to follow about on the thumbnail now?
The moon.
The moon, the bear, the blue house. Oh yeah, that's a song. That's a song. Oh my god.
How did the end song? Goodbye, we say goodbye. It's time to go. Okay, the moon. There's gonna be an airstrike. We're gonna walk back this. What's the keyboard again? I forgot again.
Wooting.
Wooting keyboard. Analog keyboard.
Wood grain keyboard.
Walking back.
And I guess graphics. What's a good graphics near the
Jelly bean render.
Jelly bean render? No, ray tracing. Yeah, ray tracing.
Yeah, RTX on. RTX on.
RTX on.
Yeah, something along that lines. Because we have had an episode which may or may not be about video games, tangentially related to video games. I know that there was a lot about food, kuih, airplanes, and to where we are here. So yeah. So social links.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll go first then. You can follow me on Twitter? Question mark?
You have to
The
because
end times. Yeah, the end
for
times.
you will be only for Twitter Blue subscribers.
Yeah, so yeah, you can follow us on Twitter. You have to follow us, please. As it's Flaky, FL4KY. I will have a review coming up before it. That is for the local game Cabaret by Persona Theory. And that's about it. Oh yeah, and Rocky City as well. Crime Boss Rocky City. That's coming after Riot. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty busy 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Nanan?
Yeah. Also, you can find me on Twitter. Drop near. There are 4UP and Wanda. There are 4UP and Wanda. Nothing in the pipeline for now. Yeah. Mac?
I have been Amiral Macronos Ashraf Meckronos. Find me there on Twitter while it's still around. I do have a review coming. Let me remember the name. It's called the Magical Mixture Meal. I hope that's correct. There is an early access game that I've been playing. Stardew Valley via Factorio. Anyone? If that intrigues you, wait for the review. And I guess that's about it for now. That's dia.log. Selamat Hari Raya. Maaf Zahir Batin. Happy Eid.
Hari Raya.
And whatever celebrations that you're gonna celebrate in the next week, have a good one. And until then,
It's on Friday, right? I forgot. Nobody knows.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, it will be Saturday. It's not gonna be like last year.
it definitely cannot be on Sunday. We must ensure. Oh man.